everyone, it's Raymond from Reddit Mist. Got our war recap of our 56th war against 0692. It's an Asian clan. It wasn't a difficult clan to beat. You can see we nearly doubled their stars. They were really rushed. There's a Town Hall 10 that we didn't quite clean up down here at number 25. But it's not a real Town Hall 10. A lot of their Town Hall 9s went down pretty far with no Archer Queen. Our Town Hall 8 stepped up and hit them with only 3 heals, even though they had 4 giant bombs. Show what they did at our bases. They left a lot untouched. They didn't have the troop levels to really do that much to us. Alright, well, let's get into some attacks. Go up to the top. They had a few Town Hall 10s that were pretty interesting. Key actually Q-starred 2 of them. We're going to take a look at a second one. It's a Go Wee Wee with 8 witches. Single target Infernos are pretty weak to witches because they take a little while to ramp up. And when you have 8 max level witches all sending skeletons in, it's not going to be able to take them all out. And they're melee units, so they get right up on them. I really like he had a little bit extra room in his clan castle, so he brought a max wall breaker, which is always funny. Rages up to get the wall breakers in, bust these walls open, got all his troops into the core. Now his witches can go straight in on these Inferno Towers. He's got to heal for the rest of his troops. Raging them up. Pretty soon both Inferno Towers are going to go down. If he had had the extra troop space from Town Hall 10 or the extra spell, this would have been such an easy 3-star. Just, the witches are just going right through the base. He's got his Archer Queen in the middle. Barb King is help cleaning up the outside. And it gets pretty close. Like, if he'd had 4 more or 20 more troop space like Town Hall 10s would, he could have dropped, a couple loons and probably taken out the rest of the base while these were distracted. Just a really clean attack. I mean, you're not really going for 3 stars against a Town Hall 10 with Infernos, usually, unless it's just really bad design. He's pretty close here, but the attack does peter out. In any case, that's a good job, Key. You got pretty close to a 3-star. Just anytime you see single target Infernos and you can path witches straight in on them without too much difficulty, it's a great decision. Another one is if you can get Hogs on the Inferno Towers fairly quickly, Hogs will take them up because it does take a little while to ramp up. And yeah, you'll lose a few Hogs, but you can heal the rest of them and do that. If you do the Hog route, you probably want to try to attack the Inferno Towers one at a time. Well, I don't know. I guess it wouldn't really matter if you could path them both at the same time. Next attack I for you guys is Lenny hitting number 5. Another Town Hall 10. He does this with a Go Velo. And if it weren't for, I believe there's an air defense in the core that stands up. Again, single target Inferno. He's going to take out some troops, but it does take a little while to ramp up. You just don't want him to target your golem or your heroes. Drops his golem out here, gets the funnel created with some wizards. Once that's done, he wall breakers in. And here come the Valkyries. He gets that gold mine taken out just in time. There's a bunch of buildings right here, which sucks them right in. They're going to deal with the clan castle and this Inferno Tower at the same time. And as soon as this Inferno Tower is down, I believe he's got a heal for him. So help him not die off in the core. There they are. Now they're going for the Archer Queen. Rages them back up. This is what Vox really get it. But they just don't quite make it to taking out this last 80. But he does have some looms for the back end. He was going for 3 stars. Not really sure what he could have done different to turn it around. But he is going against Inferno Towers, and there's just a lot more buildings at Town Hall 10 than there are at Town Hall 9. I believe a lot of his loans got taken out and traps on this side, and this is the side he really had trouble with. If the entire core had gone down and he had some troops surviving, this would have been a different story. Maybe the loons could have been sent in a little early. Some of them would have died on this side, but that might have, I don't know, maybe helped the Valkyries survive and take that out. But in my book, a 2-star in this base was a win. Tech's gonna kind of peter out. You know, his Archer Queen's not got any defenses over there, and there's some golems getting hit. Fast forward to the end. When I was going through all the attacks, I noticed we had a lot of clan members have 6-star wars, which is great to see. And we're gonna get onto one of those right now. Cha hit number 9, number 10. Got 3 stars on both. I'm not sure if this was a cleanup attack, but this is an obvious giant bomb spot. He does get some Teslas to pop back here, which is great. He gets the lure, one more hog to make sure. Then he's gonna anchor with this wizard. This is important because he needs his high hit point gold storage out of the way before he starts his CC kill. So he goes ahead and drops the wizard, takes it out. You know, he knows it's gonna die, but the big thing here is all his witches, skeletons didn't get stuck on that gold storage and were able to, you know, focus on the enemy CC. He doesn't need to drop the golem before he starts the funnel over here, which is great. He goes ahead and gets the wizards taken out, so the golem doesn't have to last us, you know, as long. Eventually, they're going to break in the wall. Barb King's going in on the Archer Queen. Couple hits. He's also got skeletons and wizards on her, so she goes down. Now it's time for the hogs. Sends them in on the side of the kill squad. There's not really that much of it left, but you know he's trying to save what he can. I believe that right now it's just some skeletons and the Archer Queen. But if he's able to like, keep the Archer Queen up, she's gonna keep working for him throughout the entire raid. She does a lot of damage over the course of a raid. So anytime you can save your heroes, it's a great thing to do. Maybe not Barb King. Barb King gets stuck on walls a lot. He's best used trying to take out the Archer Queen in almost every single Town 09 raid. Just a couple defenses left. He's got quite a few hogs. They are being chased around by skeletons. They're pretty pesky. Gonna take out this Archer Tower, deal with skeletons. Barb King's gonna come up and meet him. And they're gonna hop on him. I believe he has 1 hog survive. But like I said, his Archer Queen was still up. There's only a few buildings left. He's got some skeletons on the CC, and that's the only other building left inside the core. And it's got wizards circling around. Nothing left back here to worry about. But definitely brought enough troops for cleanup. It was a good job, Chop. All right, let's look at a second attack. Now this is a Goho We Wipe. The Tower 10, but no Inferno Towers. It does have 3 expos, but they're not high level. A theme with this clan is just super rush. You know, a lot of them had all their buildings except maybe the Archer Queen. And some of the Town Alliance didn't have Archer Queens, but for the most part, they're just super rushed. This one has a lot of Town 08 and even Town 07 level defenses. And level 1 expos. Sends the golem in, or golems. That's where he's going to enter the base at, getting some of these trash buildings taken out. He's got to jump for him. He's got his Pekkas going in. And they're just going to go in the core and wreck face. I think those were what, level 3 Teslas? Alright, so he sends some hogs in on the side. It's the side he didn't have troops going in already. Gonna take out the defenses over here. He's got a heal waiting for him in the second layer. And after this heal runs out, the hogs aren't going to last that much longer, but they did their part. He's got his Archer Queen coming around and some witches with skeletons to help tank. He's got some wizards he's dropped on the backside for cleanup, which is great. Save some time since all the defenses out here are gone. The one thing I would have worried about is this Town Hall 10 or Town Hall was just left standing. The Pekkas didn't quite get to it, but Archer Queen's gonna come back inside and help take care of it, I believe. No, never mind. He's got some wizards back there. All right, good job, Cha, with your 6-star war. Next attack after you guys is Bass hitting number 17 with a Holo Wee Wee. Send some balloons in on some defenses up here. Drops a giant in the middle to start helping lure the CC. Triggers a giant bomb. Dude left a hole in his base. I probably would have finished looting the rest of the ring. But he goes ahead and he starts dealing with the CC. Feels like at this point he can hog the base safely enough. He's going to drop some barbs, some witches, and some wizards. One thing I wanted to point out, he doesn't have any heroes, so he has to be very careful about where he goes in with his kill squad, because they also have to take out the queen. If they don't get the queen, then the raid is going to fail. Sends in a golem. She runs and hops out, and he's got a lot of wizards and some witches coming in behind. And right about now, the queen goes down, and he can send in his hogs. All the air defenses are in the core, so he's pathing them in. And he starts looting the rest of the ring out here when he knows his hogs are going to get on these 80s and protect his looms, or most of them anyway. And he will have a few loons left for cleanup, which doesn't hurt. They're not the best cleanup troops, but when you're able to get them on the high hit point buildings, it's great. They're gonna turn and head for some of these. And they just take them out so fast compared to some of your other troops. They do a lot of damage. Going fast forward to the end. Most of his hogs do end up getting taken out by this badly placed giant bomb. Double giant bomb. I believe the other devil is over here. Giant triggered one. Next stack after you guys is Lord Floki hitting number 23. Lord Floki is a Town Hall 8, attacking up a little bit, but still within range. But they had so many more Town Hall 9s than we did. This one does not have an Archer Queen. It's got a Barb King on the outside. The main thing that's more difficult for a Town Hall 8 to hit for Town Hall 9s is trying to get to the Archer Queen, especially if she's in the core. If she's on the outside, you can just go King Swap. But that, and then there's the giant bomb threat. You've got more giant bombs or one more giant bomb at Town Hall 9. The extra defenses are not that big of a deal. Everyone talks about Expos, but Expos only deal 50 DPS. So not a huge threat. And if the hog is in a heal, the Expo is not going to kill it. It's not going to kill it, period. There's not enough damage coming in on it, unless there's a lot more point defense around. He only has 3 heals, does a good job keeping most of his hogs up through most of the raid. The base is too big to have a hog standing in heals the entire time, but he has a lot left by the time his hogs run out of the last heal. It's a bunch of point defenses left, but they're not very high level. And because he kept his kill squad alive with his hog deployment, that's going to pay off for him big time. Right now, the hogs aren't around anything else. They're going to take out some skeletons and the Barb King. He's already running back to his platform because he killed the hog he was chasing. Loses some hogs to spring traps, but the core is already taken care of. Doesn't really need to worry about that. And the 3 hogs he has left can just circle the base. Good job, Lord Floki. We're going to skip down a little bit. There's a lot of really rushed bases and some bad layouts. But I do have a Dragoon for you guys on number 40. Town 08, it's not a terrible base design. Not terrible in the same way the rest of the bases his clan had were terrible. Goes ahead and he starts his funnel. He's attacking from the side where he can get to all the 80s as fast as possible. The reason I chose to include this attack is I really liked how he did his rage and his heals. The only thing I might would have changed is send in the lower level loons first. But he has the rage, the heal to keep the loons up as they're getting to the core, and then the rage for the last 2 air defenses in the core. Great to see. It's how a 2 rage, 1 heal Dragoon should be done. His level 6 loons are still up. Not sure if they've even been hit yet. And he still has some level 5 loons up. Just great timing with everything. So they're going to go ahead of the dragons now and start taking out the last defenses that can hurt his dragons. And he has a lot of dragons still up. It's a testament to how well he hit this base. And he saved his Barb King for the end, saving some time and trying to tank a little bit for the defenses he had up. That spilling goes down. Our next war looks like it should be a good one. We've got We Are Bro as our opponent. They're level 5 clan. 37 wins. Not sure how new they are. They are an always frequency. They're from South Korea. A lot of Asian names, but that's a 45 versus 45. They do outlevel us a little bit. We picked up a talent 10. It's going to be his first war with us. But they have 3. I believe number 3 is... Yeah, so he's got level 1 Inferno Towers. Running a general base. You know, the general. But they're level, or their number 1 and number 2 are, you know, pretty decently upgraded with level 3 Infernos. Not sure the plan for hitting these. It's probably going to have to be something along the lines of a OGWE, or if we hit them at all, we may not hit them. We may concentrate on cleaning up stars elsewhere. I believe they go a little bit further down on Town 09s than we do. Yeah, so we stop at 23. They stop at 26. They have this one that's quite rushed. Love seeing those gold walls, low-level troops. And there's a few people in the clan that have low-level troops like that, but for the most part, I want to say they were, you know, not terrible like the last clan was. Yeah, a lot of level 3 dragons is probably what we're going to see the most at Town 08. Go and look at the troop levels on the Town 9s and see what we're dealing with. But already much better base designs. So I think a lot of us are pretty excited, hoping for a good war. I'm anticipating more of a Go Live clan. Just what I'm seeing is those types of troops upgraded more than, you know, stuff you would generally see used more in 3-star armies, unless they're doing some variation of Go Low Wipe. So I haven't seen max hogs on any of these guys yet. Yeah, and still haven't seen level 2 Lava Hounds. So we'll get the benefit of being able to hit harder bases. I'm not worried about losing this one. It's keeping our win streak alive. We're at 21 right now. Good job everyone that missed. Rayman out.